Okay, so 5 reasons you need to write a will and actually keep it up to date as well. So half of the adults in the UK don't have a will. While you may have a reason for putting the task off, there are many compelling reasons to make time to write a will that could provide peace of mind. Now, a survey from WillAid found that 49% of UK adults do not have a will in place. A fifth said their reason for putting it off was because they did not want to think about impending death. While contemplating passing away is difficult, it's important to think about what would you want to happen to your estate after you actually die. Now, even if you have a will in place, you should regularly review it as well. Over time, your wishes and circumstances can change. What you wrote 10 years ago may no longer align with your actual goals and wants. Now, whether you've welcomed grandchildren, inherited money, or simply changed your mind, you should reflect what you would like to happen in your estate. Now, it's a good idea to review your will at least every 5 years or after a big life-changing event. If it's something you've been putting off, there are 5 excellent reasons to make writing or updating your will a real priority. Number 1, a will is the only way to ensure your wishes are followed. Without a will, your estate will be distributed according to the rules of intestacy. We actually have a video explaining this. This can be very different from what you actually want, particularly if you have a complex family or want to leave something specific to certain people. The only way to ensure your wishes are followed is to write a will. Number 2, you can use a will to name a guardian for your children. If you have children, you can use a will to name a guardian for them. Despite this, only a quarter of parents have named a guardian for their underage children. Without a named guardian, a court would decide who looks after your children. In some circumstances, this may not be who you actually wished, and could even be someone your child does not know very well. Now let's think about that. Number 3, a will can reduce family conflicts occurring. Now, grief can lead to family conflicts and has potential to cause long-term disputes. In some cases, how your estate is distributed may be contested, and it could cause huge rifts. Now, this may be due to one person believing they know what you would have wanted, which sharply contrasts to what any of the others think. Setting out your wishes clearly in a will can provide certainty and reduce the risk of family conflicts arising. As well as putting a will in place, it may be worth speaking to your loved ones about your actual wishes too. This gives you a chance to help them understand why you may be making certain decisions. Now, I know this is difficult, but it's definitely worth considering. Now, number 4, you can leave a charitable legacy in your will. As well as leaving wealth to your family and friends, you may want to support a charitable cause. Your will means you can leave a legacy to causes that are close to your heart. There are several different ways of doing this, from leaving a specific sum to leaving a proportion of your estate. Now, a legal professional will be able to offer advice on different options you may want to consider. As well as having a positive impact, a charitable legacy can also reduce the potential inheritance tax bill. If you leave more than 10% of your estate to charity, the rate of inheritance tax paid will reduce from 40% to 36%. Now, that does make a difference. Now, number 5, if your estate could be liable for inheritance tax, a will can reduce that bill. As well as leaving a charitable legacy, there are other steps you can take to reduce your inheritance tax bill. Writing a will can help you maximize allowances so that you can pass on more of your wealth. Now, presently, you can leave $325,000 to loved ones without inheritance tax being due. This is known as your nil rate band. In addition to this, you may be able to take advantage of an additional £175,000 allowance as the residence nil rate band. You can use this if you leave your main home to your children or grandchildren. Now, naming your children or grandchildren in your will as beneficiaries of your home can increase the amount you can pass on without leaving an inheritance tax bill. Now, depending on your circumstances and goals, there may be other things you can do to reduce your inheritance tax. For example, placing some assets in trust and passing these on through your will may be right for you. Keep in mind that trusts can be complex and often irreversible, so it's important to take appropriate advice. If you're worried about IHT or inheritance tax, there are often steps you can take to reduce the bill. Now, if you'd like to discuss the value of your estate and how you can pass on assets to your loved ones, please do get in contact with us. We also have Sanctuary Financial Planning, which looks after the financial planning element, and Sanctuary Estate Planning will look after your will, writing, trusts and lasting power of attorneys. So we've got all your bases covered. So please get in touch if you need anything.